Everyone's heard the theory that Jesus had a wife because of the story about the one who Jesus loves. Like you can see it right here. There was reclining on Jesus' breast one of his disciples whom Jesus loved. Simon Peter therefore gestured to him and said to him, "Tell us who it is of whom he is speaking." He, leaning back thus on Jesus' breast, said to him, "Lord, who is it?" And that's the person that's like snuggling with Ìzeus. And then Jesus therefore answered, "That is the one for whom I shall dip the morsel and give it to him." So when he dipped the morsel, he took and gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. The morsel is like a piece of bread. I guess they would call a piece of morsel. All right, but we're actually trying to talk about the one whom Jesus loved, because clearly it says, he, leaning back thus on Jesus' breast, said to him, "Lord, who is it?" So it's a guy snuggling with Jesus. So let's peek at the Greek real quick, because 23 says, "En hen on a kaimenos." I don't know if it's on a kaimenos or on a kaimenos. Ais ek ton matheton atu into kopo tu insu on hon maybe he agapa o insus. Okay, so agapa is not agapo, but I think it's just like love in general. And I think we've probably gotten too far with love, or our love analysis of the Greek language, because clearly it's gop, which is agap is where it's coming from, because there's agape, there's agapao. I think we're getting to that point that it's love, and we're having trouble with that. But clearly there was reclining. It says metheton for disciples, and I talked about it before. It sounds like mat, which is dead to me, because I speak so many languages. Like mawit is dead in Arabic, and there's matar, mat is in Spanish, but it feels like it's the dead people to me. Like, even though clearly dead is different in Greek. I looked it up, and necros is dead, because necrophilia, I love the dead. Like, it's like wanting to have sex with dead people. But I don't know. So here, clearly, you don't know if it's a male or not. That's all I'm saying is, like, we've looked at it, and we know there's nothing male related to that one. Okay, so we're gonna look at 25, which says anapason ekenos hutos epito strethos tu insu lege ato curie tis estin. All right, so speaking of curie or kari, maybe, do you know what? It actually means master. So, like, if you have a slave, what does the slave call you? Curie. It is like that word. All right. But we have a kanos up there, and having learned then he, which maybe un is indicative of why it's a he, but I looked it up. In the Blue Letter Bible part up that's not underlined, it says demonstrative pronoun, that man, woman, thing, properly of persons, things, times, place, so on. So it's a pronoun for both. It's like it. So all I'm saying is that I've looked at the Greek, and it's not he, it's they. Because it's talking about, there was reclining on Jesus' breast one of his disciples whom Jesus loved. Simon Peter therefore gestured to him and said to him, "Tell us who it is of whom you're speaking." He's gesturing to Ìzeus. And he, leaning back thus on Jesus' breast, which is actually going to be a her, because we don't know if it is, because it's they, leaning back on Jesus' breast, said to him, "Lord, who is it?" Said to Ìzeus. So right before this, there's the introduction of a prostitute that's not a prostitute. It's Mary and Martha. But because this one literally says that Mary is the one that washed his feet in the other story. Apparently the person who washed Ìzeus's feet was clearly not a prostitute. So thanatos is death. So what was I going to say about that? Anatos. Is of not tos, of not life. So maybe tos is life in this language that we're developing, but I'm not sure at all. And that is our Bible lesson of the day. I might be back once I'm getting a Greek Bible today, like so I can actually read it in the Greek. Like I'm starting to like understand the Greek because of my own language that I'm developing, and so it makes it like all I have to do is like try to like recognize that they're going to change the endings and start thinking about, and I have to think about stuff like that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. I think the one whom Jesus loved it was Hannah, because John in Arabic is Hannah. It's a girl's name. I don't know. Like I'm wondering if this was written by a girl right now. Like you have no idea.